VLOG Ever.
These guys are professionals. They're the best.
What's up, geeks? Welcome back for another episode of Best Geek Vlog Ever, the weekly web show that proves it's okay to love something more than sharks. We're your hosts, Brenden Toda and
Ezequiel Gutierrez.
Last week, news broke that there won't be just one, not just two, but 3 Avatar sequels. So in reaction to that, we are going to share our thoughts in a segment that we introduced on our very first episode we call 60 Second Soapbox. Because sometimes you just gotta get it off your chest.
That's right, and it's my turn to stand on the soapbox because I got some things to say.
Yeah. So the way this segment works is we're gonna give Easy over here 60 seconds to get everything off of his chest about today's topic. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Go.
I am generally confused by the outpouring of negativity around this announcement, okay? Here's a guy who's finally taking time, 15 years essentially, to make Avatar, to show us something unique, to show us something we had never seen before. Sure, the story itself might be derivative of things that came before it, but we all said thank you more please when we made it the highest grossing film of all time. I think the biggest problem I have is that the same people who called this film revolutionary 4 years ago now have some sort of problem with the announcement of a bunch of sequels being made, okay? The same people who complain when movie studios announce the sequels to movies that are still in theaters. Guys, we aren't allowed to have it both ways, okay? I've deduced that the main issue is that the word sequel is somehow a bad term, and generally that is the case in the hands of lesser directors. Guys, we're talking about James Cameron here. The guy doesn't half-ass anything. He's put 3 different teams together for 3 different films, and he's laid out the plan for his future. I think the guy who has the 2 highest grossing films of all time, not based on a comic book, deserves the benefit of the doubt.
So speaking of sequels and franchises, that actually takes us to our next segment, a brand new segment for Best Geek Vlog Ever we're calling Versus. This is a segment where we have 2 different properties face off, and we're going to start with the quintessential rivalry between Marvel and DC. I'm going to be on the Marvel side. Easy over here is going to be the DC guy.
And we're talking specifically about the film properties of these 2 studios.
Some of the things that I think Marvel is doing right, continuity. And this was actually going to be our original topic for tonight's discussion, but we found it was a much larger it was a piece of the larger puzzle, or the pie, if you will. Marvel's plan worked, and I don't know if it's so much about continuity as it is about how much they took time to analyze each one of their characters, not be ashamed of what makes them great and what makes them popular. They didn't go with a gray Hulk, they went with a green Hulk. Or the fact that Steve Rogers gets frozen in ice. They could have done it some other way of how he makes it from the past to the present. They could have ignored the whole World War II aspect of his character and just been like, he's always been a super soldier today. Because that's what's cool, and his costume is all black like in the first X-Men. But I think that's where Marvel has succeeded, where DC maybe has failed. DC's more like, we got Batman and Superman and some other stuff, but mostly Batman and Superman. And if you want something else, they're kind of like Batman and Superman. And have you seen our Batman and Superman movies? We're also going to make a movie with Batman and Superman in it. Have you heard about that?
Yes. While Avengers is definitely the best of the Marvel films, because of that cohesiveness and because of the films that predated that, I feel like, yes, it worked for Marvel. It doesn't necessarily mean it will work for DC. I think that DC has a very unique opportunity to pave some new ground, to do something very unique, and not do what Marvel's doing. Give us a crazy Justice League movie with all the characters, even if we haven't seen films from them. We've talked at length about the DC animated films, and most recently we reviewed their newest one, Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. I was more invested in Flashpoint Paradox than I ever was in any of the Marvel films. And this one got straight into it. These characters already exist, and not only that, we're gonna flip some shit, and we're going to do an alternate universe time travel thing. And not once was it ever confusing. Not once was I ever asking, why is this guy running so fast? Or why does this guy have this green ring? Never. You're never going to ask those questions. Those answers are already out there. So I feel like DC has a unique opportunity to go, screw that plan, let's do something different. Marvel is spread out all over the place. We've got Marvel properties at Fox. We've got Marvel properties at Paramount. We've got Marvel properties at Disney now. Warner Brothers DC properties all belong to Warner Brothers. We can literally make everything that we own DC in one bubble, in the same world if we wanted to. Something that Marvel can't really do. We can't see Spider-Man in Avengers as much as we want to. We can't see Wolverine in the Avengers. We can't see those 2 characters interact with each other at all because Spider-Man is at Sony. DC, everything is under one roof, and I think that could have some serious potential.
And as much as I share your sentiment of wanting to see Wolverine and Spider-Man in the Avengers, I personally would rather see a Wolverine, an X-Men, a Spider-Man films exist in rapid succession like what we're getting, and that couldn't be done by a single studio. I just looked back at Comic-Con from a few weeks ago. We had one DC movie, which was Batman Superman, that kind of dominated the news because it was the first time that there was anything newsworthy from Warner Brothers. Whereas, if you really look at it, there was an X-Men film, there was a new Spider-Man film, a Thor movie, Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Avengers 2. That's 6 Marvel films that we know are going to be happening in the next 2 years.
Yikes.
And in the next 2 years, we're getting one DC movie. Now, granted, that might be a kick-ass movie. That's one of the advantages of having multiple studios working on these things, is your universe can seem huge without one studio having to push everything up the hill, if you will.
That in itself makes me just a little bit nervous. I feel like at some point, the world is going to stop being nice to us and our superhero movies, and they don't want to see them anymore.
So that was our first segment of Versus. What do you think about it, guys? Let us know in the comment section down below. Tell us how we can make these segments better.
Let us know if you want us to go at something that you recommend.
That's right.
Maybe TV shows.
Maybe.
Boardwalk Empire versus Game of Thrones.
Breaking Bad versus Walking Dead.
Breaking Bad.
So if you've been watching the last 2 episodes of Best Geek Vlog Ever, you know that we've been in the process of giving this lovely poster away for Under the Dome.
An exclusive cast signed poster of Under the Dome.
And right now, we are here and happy to announce the winner right down here.
Bam! There's our winner.
Congratulations. We'll be in touch with you very soon. Thanks for playing, to all of you out there and supporting the show. We certainly do appreciate it. And as a recognition for that, we're going to continue the giveaways.
Oh, it is not over yet, folks.
It's not over yet because
the Comic-Con exclusives are on their way.
This is a poster exclusive from Marvel from Comic-Con featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now we have 2 of these lovely posters right here that we're going to be giving away to you if you answer the following question. If you were one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, who would you want to be? Would you want to be Rocket Raccoon? Because you have something about being a little small furry animal. I'm not judging. If you want to be a furry, that's fine.
Furry, that's fine. What about Star-Lord?
Maybe Drax the Destroyer, because I personally want to change my last name to the Destroyer. You let us know in the comments section down below, on our Twitter at Epic Happens Here, or on our Facebook page. Submissions must be in by August the 26th, 2 weeks from this episode, where we will announce the winner of both of the posters. Now, if you participate in these contests, if you like all of the giveaways, then maybe down the line we're going to start giving away some bigger things. Who knows, folks? Oh, shoot. Just stay tuned to Best Geek Vlog Ever, and we'll keep you up to date on the latest giveaway.
Yes.
So that's going to do it for this week's episode of Best Geek Vlog Ever. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to keep up to date with all the latest episodes, hit the subscribe button right here below. New episodes are uploaded every Monday. If you want to catch up on some back episodes, check out the links here on the side. And if you have a suggestion for next week's topic, leave it in the comments section down below, or again on our Twitter at Epic Happens Here. For Best Geek Vlog Ever, we're your hosts, Brenden Toda and
Ezequiel Gutierrez, reminding you that every weekday is a geek day.